Local 4 News begins right now with a breaking news alert.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Karen Drew. Detroit police are offering new information on a carjacking that involved an off-duty police officer. We have surveillance video. The carjacking happened at a BP gas station on 4th Street in southwest Detroit. The off-duty Harper Woods officer was walking to his truck when a man pulled a gun and opens the driver's side door. While the officer throws his keys and gets out, that gunman grabs the keys and eventually drives away. Detroit police chased that stolen truck, which crashed in Melvindale. The carjacker was arrested, and at this hour, there are new developments connected to the case. So let's bring in Local 4's Mara McDonald. She is live on the city's southwest side. All right, Mara, what are you hearing, and what's the possible connection here?
First of all, Karen, we've got a lot going on right now. Number one, take a look behind me. The chief of police is out here. We're expecting an update from him shortly. But here is essentially the situation. We have got 3 separate scenes in southwest Detroit that we are all told are in some way connected to that carjacking early this morning. Here is the first scene at around, I think it was probably 3 o'clock near Dixon Lano. You have a situation where police were in some way either chasing or following what they're describing as a known suspect. Okay? That known suspect opens fire on police officers. What one witness told me is that they heard about 4 rounds go off. That suspect, that known suspect, then takes off and heads a short ways away to Gartner and Beard, where he dumps the SUV he was driving in. So you have a scene at Beard and Gartner. He is then on foot and heads over to Norman Street. Hold on, Chief is coming our way. Karen, let's hear it from the Chief and find out exactly what the situation is. Stand by. Chief James Craig.
Well, we got a lot going on, I can tell you, but let me first just thank the Detroit Police Department. We're going back to 2:40 in the morning, where, as you've reported, there was an off-duty Harper Woods police officer was carjacked at gunpoint. We believe there were 3 suspects involved in that. The officer's car was taken, and this is when it gets real interesting. Our officers are diligently patrolling the area from the 4th Precinct, observed the off-duty officer's vehicle. There was a relatively short pursuit, high-speed pursuit. It ended in the city of Melvindale. That suspect was taken into custody without incident. The original vehicle that we thought was involved in the carjacking, because again, it was 3 suspects. We believe 2 white males, 1 Hispanic possibly. Our CATS unit, our commercial auto theft detectives, were recalled during this event. They came in and during the course of their investigation located the second vehicle that was involved in this carjacking from early this morning. In doing so, they began to surveil the location. They watched additional suspects get into another vehicle, and from that, this afternoon, they saw the suspects. Suspects got away from them. Again, they were in plain cars, surveillance units. And so the officers continued to patrol, and during their patrol efforts, they saw this same vehicle. And as the officers began from the 4th Precinct to initiate a traffic stop, one of the suspects in that vehicle, there were 2 in this vehicle, fired several shots in the direction of the officer. The good news is no officer was struck by gunfire, and no suspects got away. We did find the location of the second vehicle that these suspects were in, a black Honda. So we're sitting on that right now. But we do have information. We believe one of the 2 suspects that was involved in the shooting today, and I'll give you his information, and he is very much aware that we're looking for him. So my message to him, if he's looking at this, we know who you are. Just simply turn yourself in. And his name is Kyle Joseph Cherry. He's described as a white male, 22 years old, black-brown, 5'6", roughly 230 pounds. And then there was a second male white in his company. So we've identified Kyle Joseph Cherry. Turn yourself in. We're going to give you a photograph of him. But again, I just want to applaud the quick and decisive, heroic actions of the men and women of the Detroit Police Department from the 4th Precinct, and also those from our commercial auto theft unit. So with that, I'll take any questions. Do we have the photograph we want to give them now?
If you can show us photo at this point, Chief, so people that are looking can see the person that you guys are looking for. And talk about what's happening down the street. We don't want to give people, obviously, we don't want to get close for our safety, but also for your officer's safety in case these guys are watching. And talk about what's happening down there. You believe this Kyle and another man are inside that house?
At this point, we do not have a barricaded suspect situation. There was a lot going on. This was initially a very chaotic scene. We have resolved this part of the problem, but we do believe that these two armed and dangerous suspects are in this area. So we're asking people to stay inside, let us do our work, and that's what we know now.
Chief, I was told that this Kyle Cherry has made threats against police officers, threats that he intends to shoot whatever he can, and that he has no problem if he ends up dying in the process.
I'd like to know, and I know you don't normally do this, because we're talking about a very dangerous suspect, where'd you get this information from?
Detroit police.
Okay, so a source within the Detroit
Yes.
police. Okay, well, let me just say, yes, he is armed and dangerous. We have identified him. We know who he is, and we know he is a threat to law enforcement. He has a very extensive criminal history. In fact, we think this crew is involved in other carjackings. We think the white minivan that was involved in this morning's carjacking was taken in a carjacking the night prior. We haven't confirmed, so there's still a lot of details that we're not certain of, but we are dealing with a very armed, tense, and dangerous situation right now.
You would like everybody to stay inside, and you would
In
like
this
us...
area, we want to get that message out, but we want to also give you the picture, and at this point,
And
I
Chief,
don't
as we
know.
look at that
Thank
picture, Kyle and this other man that you guys are searching for right now, you believe were involved in the carjacking
and this
from this morning?
we believe he was involved in this morning's carjacking, but we certainly believe he's involved in a shooting incident that happened within the last hour.
And that's Kyle, what's his last name?
Cherry.
Kyle Cherry.
Kyle
That's
Cherry,
Kyle
white
Cherry.
male, described as 5'6", 230 pounds, 22 years of age, brown hair, blue eyes. So he's not very tall, heavy built, and we know he was involved in today's incident.
Now,
Turn yourself in.
Are there other scenes, active scenes besides this one right now?
We do. We can't disclose because this is a very active investigation, and we certainly don't want to give up
Absolutely.
because we don't want to put other people in harm's way. And again, we have a lot of officers deployed here to resolve this matter.
And Chief,
Thank you
just
very
for people
much.
that are just joining us now, you believe that this situation here was involving, we thought we were after Kyle Joseph. He's not at this location, but the vehicle was recovered here?
We have the vehicle. We believe he's still in the area. He is armed and dangerous, and he is involved in this situation. So if he's watching this, we know he knows we're looking for him. We are very much aware of that. So just turn yourself in. Turn yourself in.
Anybody injured in any of these other carjackings?
Not that I am aware of, but this crew has been involved in a series of carjackings. Again, we believe there was an additional carjacking before the off-duty officer. There was items belonging to that officer, his handgun, bulletproof vest that was taken that has not been recovered at this point. I have reached out to that off-duty officer, have not made personal contact, just to let him know that we're going to work very hard to resolve this matter.
Chief of Police James Craig telling us what the situation is out here on Southwest Side. We have multiple situations out here, multiple scenes, and Detroit police officers were fired on this afternoon near Dixon Lanyo, and they believe they've got two suspects on the run here somewhere in Southwest. We are live in Southwest Detroit. Karen, a lot going on. We'll keep you updated throughout the afternoon. Back to you.
All right, and as you said, two men armed and dangerous on the streets right now. This is breaking news, and we will follow this very closely minute by minute. Thank you very much, Mara.